4th grade. You are studying today zeros in the quotient, page 295 and 96. This is Miss Green's math class. The focus of your lesson today is adjust the quotient, divide to find a quotient containing 0. So you learned yesterday adjust the quotient. These were the steps that you took. You adjusted the quotient, 15 divide into 65, you rounded it off to 20, the 15. Then how many 2's are there in 6? You said 3, and then you did 3 times 15, you got 45. 5 minus 5 is a 0, 6 minus 4 is a 2, but 20 is bigger than 15. So that means it can go one more time. So you have to adjust the quotient to a higher digit. Now 15 times 4 is 60, and you have a remainder 5. That's what you learned yesterday. And there is a question here. Look at the division problem. 27 divide into 877. Write a small x to show where you will write the digit. Okay. How many digits will be in the quotient? There will be 2 digits in the quotient. Okay. How will you round the divisor to? 27 will round off to 30, and then you will think how many 3's are there in 87? How many 3's are there in 8? So you will say 2, and so 87, 30 will divide into 87 2 times. So remember the steps of division. Don't forget that, divide, multiply, subtract. You're doing long division with 2-digit division, but you repeat the steps when a new dividend comes. So let's go back over here. 27 will go in 87 2 times. 2 times 2, 27 times 2 gives you 54, and you see the remainder is 33. And where did I put the 2? I put it in the tens place in the quotient. Look at the difference between 87 and 54. It's 33. What do you notice about the difference? It is greater than the divisor. So what do? The answer is adjust the quotient. You will take the quotient from 2 now to a 3. So 27 times 3, it gives you 81. And when you subtract 87 minus 81, you get 6. And how did that 7 come? I'll tell you. Next step is to bring down the ones place down. So that's how that 7 came down, and I put an arrow. 27 divided into 67. It gives you 2. 2 times 27 is 54. And then you get the new remainder, 13. So at 67, new dividend, you repeat the step. Divide, multiply, subtract. So as many numbers you bring down, you repeat, divide, multiply, subtract. Now how do you divide to find the quotient containing 0? 42 divide into 827. How many digits will be there in the quotient? There will be 2 digits in the quotient. And that's what I wrote over here. Number 1, how many digits in the quotient? 2 digits in the quotient. What do you notice about this division problem? Look at the division problem. What do you notice about the division problem? 42 divided into 427. The divisor and the number of tens in the dividend are the same, 42. Once again, look at it. 42 divided into 42. So 42 divides into 42. What do you know about the division fact? What do you know about the division fact in which the divisor and the dividend are the same? The quotient is always going to be 1. So what does 42 tenths divided into 42 equal? 1/10. And what's the difference? When you subtract 42 minus 42, it will give you a 0. How many ones are there in the dividend? 7. Write 7 in ones place. So again, look at the problem. 427 divided by 42. 42 goes into 42 one time, and then 42 minus 42 is 0, 0. And then when you bring the 7 down, 42 goes in 7. How many times? It cannot go. So let's look over here. I did it. 42 goes one time. 42, 0, 0, 7. What do you know about the new dividend? Since I cannot divide 7 once by 42, 7 is going to be the remainder. But what should you write in ones place in the quotient? Think about it. What should you write in the ones place when you are dividing? 42 cannot go into 7 because 7 is way smaller than 42. And 42 is greater than 7. So you will place a 0. I will write a 0 in the quotient in the ones place. Another example, 53 divided into 538. 53 will go in 53 one time. 53 minus 53 is 0, 0. Bring down the 8. 53 goes into 8. Will be hard because it's a smaller number and 53 is a greater number. So you will put a 0 in ones place and the 8 will be remainder. Another example B, 931 has to be divided by 23. How many 23 goes into, how many digits will you have in the quotient? 2. 2 will go in 9 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. So 4 times 23 is 92. 93 minus 92, you get 1. Then you bring down the 1. Can 23 go in 11? No, it's 0. Because the new dividend is 11. And 11 cannot be divided by 23. So remainder is 11. Now how about when you are dividing money? 24 divided by into 192. $1.92. Sorry. 1.92. So since there is a dollar, I'll write 3 digits. First will be a dollar sign. 24 is rounded off to 20. 20 cannot go in 1, so you put a 0. Then you move the decimal point up. How many 20s are there in 19? Nothing, so you put a 0 again. Then how many 20s are there in 19? Now we have 192. It's 8 times. So 24 times 8 is 192. 192 minus 192 is 0, 0, 0. So this is how to do 0 in the quotient. So boys and girls, do page 295, 296. Review the YouTube. Stop and listen, and then do the page. And if you have any questions, I'll help you at Zoom time. Bye.